Muhammad Qasim.
And
no,
his dreams. Muhammad Qasim's dreams.
Oh, there's somebody in Pakistan.
Yeah.
He's been having lots of dreams about the Third World War, and is that the one?
Yeah.
My stepbrothers watch practically every video, but I kind of
mashallah.
don't have time to watch all his videos. But part of prophecy is dreams, or is true dreams, only true dreams, which I believe are most likely before the start of Fajr, and they're very clear, and you will not forget them, and they have a truthful message. My mother and father became Muslim in 1971. First my father, then he came back from Indonesia where he had become Muslim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. We are in Northampton today. We wanted to ask people about the dream man Muhammad Qasim and his dreams. But as we are here today, you can see there's a protest going on in favor of Palestine. And lots of people have gathered here. And once they have finished the protest, we'll ask them questions. And we'll ask the individuals, what do they think about Muhammad Qasim and what is their opinion about his dreams. Assalamu alaikum, sister.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Have you ever seen a dream which has come true?
Quite a few times, I think.
Okay.
But,
have you ever heard of anyone else's dreams coming true as well?
I definitely have heard of people's du'as being answered almost exactly. I'm trying to think of, for instance, a friend of mine who was actually at my birth. Her children were trapped. They'd been kidnapped and they were in Kenya, in Mombasa.
Okay.
And I dreamt that they had just arrived in England, at the airport in England, and that they had been rescued. And she was just about to go and rescue them when I was in labour.
Okay.
A week or two later, she was going to go to Kenya, and indeed those people were rescued, and indeed they passed through London.
So your dream came true?
It came true. That came true.
SubhanAllah, gives me goosebumps
yeah,
as well.
That was a very dramatic time. That was a very dramatic time.
Would you like to tell us something about your background? Were you born Muslim or?
My mother and father became Muslim in 1971. First my father, then he came back from Indonesia where he had become Muslim.
Okay.
He had previously, both of them had been in a kind of Sufi, Naqshbandi influenced sort of spiritual movement where they already believed in God, they already fasted and they already prayed to God. But they both, he came back from Indonesia, explained Islam to my mum, she asked him lots of questions, all her prejudices, all her stereotypes, she challenged him with those, and he answered all her questions, and then she became Muslim soon after. So that was about 1971.
Oh, mashallah,
and Christian. I was 1 year old at that time. They were Christian before that. My mother had been confirmed as a Christian, Church of England, to get married in a church.
Okay.
And then, they became Muslim, both of them.
Mashallah.
And then they brought us up with the basics of Islam. But I had to kind of choose because my grandparents wanted us to go to church.
Oh, right.
At least one side. My father's side took us to church. We were joining in harvest festivals. We were singing hymns. So my parents just made us very careful about what we sang.
Do you know theology also speaks something about dreams and their importance?
Well, I know, I've been always
Islam,
very interested because a part of prophecy is dreams, or is true dreams, only true dreams, which I believe are most likely before the start of Fajr. And they're very clear, and you will not forget them, and they have a truthful message. So we do get that kind of guidance occasionally. Yeah, we do get that kind of guidance occasionally. So, and I have done lots of istikharas in my life, and you don't always get a dream, but sometimes you get a dream.
Okay, mashallah. Do you know Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that for a Muslim, another Muslim's dream is important as well, because he can see something which is beneficial for you. He can see something.
Oh, it can happen. Yeah, my sister had a dream.
About it.
A dream of my daughter being born, my first daughter, before she was born.
SubhanAllah. Okay.
So, and her name would be Asiya, which is the name of a very pious woman in the house of Pharaoh, who managed to keep her belief in God despite all the evil around her and the disbelief in God around her. And I didn't call her Asiya, but I said, this is your secret middle name.
Yeah. Okay.
But she was definitely a girl. So the dreams that I would have a girl first were true, and even I had a kind of vision of that just before she was born. So
that's really amazing, isn't it? Okay, so coming back to the point, have you ever heard of Muhammad Qasim bin Abdul Karim?
Muhammad Qasim
and his dreams. Muhammad Qasim's dreams.
Oh, there's somebody in Pakistan. He's been having lots of dreams about the Third World War, and is that the one?
Yeah.
My stepbrothers watch practically every video, but I
Okay,
kind of
mashallah.
don't have time to watch all his videos. But
Okay.
I believe that it's possible that they will come true.
Yeah.
So
Mashallah.
only God knows. Only God knows. You know how
Yeah,
much
okay.
it's. I believe that he's probably a sincere person and that
He
he's.
is a sincere person. I
Yeah.
personally know him. He's like my brother.
I see. Okay.
So,
What's his
alhamdulillah,
name?
His name is Muhammad Qasim.
Muhammad Qasim. Okay.
Yes, and he has been sharing his dreams since 2014.
Yeah.
Jan 2014, and it's been 10 years, 9 years.
Yes.
on this
So
journey.
I think he has a lot of dreams, but I think the order,
Yeah.
again, is not totally clear, is it?
Yeah.
The
thing
order of
is,
events.
Yes, you
We're
have
not
to
totally sure
analyze
when
it.
it's going to happen, but
Yeah.
these things could happen in the future.
Yeah, mashallah. That's good
yeah.
to know that you know about him.
Yeah, no, I
Because-
definitely have heard of this man who keeps having dreams over and
Yes, yes,
many,
yes.
many dreams, and it's
And-
always about world events to do with the role of Pakistan, to do with the role of
Exactly.
Turkey.
And
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia and everything.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia.
But
Saudi.
do you know why people will believe in his dreams in future?
Well, if they come true, then people will believe them, of course.
They have already come true about
Some
Imran
of them,
Khan
some of them.
Yeah.
About Imran Khan, that he would be
Yeah, yeah.
arrested and
and ousted and all those.
and ousted. I see. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
that's kind of happens to anyone who stands up and for the rights of the poor people and Palestine. It does actually happen to
Yes.
anyone. Yeah.
But he shared the dream on 25th of July 2018 on the very elections day.
Right.
That Imran Khan will not succeed because the reason being the shirk he committed, the act of shirk. He went to a shrine and bowed down to a grave, and because probably his wife asked him to, like pay tribute to that
I find that
person.
hard to believe. I think he's a very strong believer and
He
very.
used to be, but he
He's.
changed.
I mean, I believe that he's quite a sincere person who stands
He's
up
a
for
sincere
justice and poor people. I mean,
But
I don't
know,
think he does that
even the
much wrong.
non-Muslims are very sincere and sometimes
Yeah.
just as well.
But I think it's generally that the Americans will never let people who support the poor, support
Exactly.
Palestine, they will never let them stay in power.
I agree with you, but do you know what Allah said about in the Quran, that what He will forgive and what He will not forgive?
Right. Yeah, shirk, but that's only when you die in a state of shirk. He will forgive it if you ask forgiveness.
Exactly.
And if you seek forgiveness for it, he will forgive you.
So,
Yeah.
so you get my point.
Yeah.
Allah will forgive any sin on the day of judgment or resurrection. but
Before
not
before your
before
death,
you-
as
Yeah,
long as you
exactly.
ask for forgiveness before death.
Exactly, I
Yeah.
agree with you. So same thing with Imran Khan as well. That's why we shared the dreams.
Yeah.
That if he repents publicly what he has done publicly,
I see.
for that, and then Allah will help him as well. We
I
have
sup-
given him messages. We have told his ministers, everyone
I see.
around him, but he didn't obviously
see.
take it seriously. But later on, he did.
I'm
But
glad.
Anyways,
Yeah.
coming back to the point, do you know Muhammad Qasim's dreams? The army chief of Pakistan and Imam Kaaba will get witness in their dreams that Qasim is not lying about his dreams.
Okay.
And then there will be a big change in Pakistan, and the first and foremost thing will be done like statues like this in the background. They will be all broken, they will
Oh.
be destroyed. All the images you see on the streets and unnecessary, everything will
Is
be
this when the Mahdi comes or something?
okay. So
I don't know, and I don't think things are going to change until then.
Okay, yeah, exactly. And we think he could be the man, and he could be the person who, because at the moment, if you look at him, he's not very pious.
I know that he's
But
been
he says-
westernized, but he's trying his best, I think, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And he never made it such a claim. But people like me, them, and many others who had dreams, and some of them had direction from Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, go and help Qasim.
I see.
So that's why we are with him.
Okay, well, may Allah keep everybody guided to the best understanding and away from corruption. You know, I know that it's easy for people, even when they're the greatest Sufi, the greatest Sheikh, they can easily be deceived by shaitan. So always the power, quite often the power goes to their head. So please, may Allah protect you from
Very good
any
point.
misguidance,
But do you
and
think
and protect him from misguidance too.
Do you think Shaitan will come in your dream and tell you that abolish shirk and its forms?
No, of course. So it does seem like a true message. Yeah, definitely.
If Muhammad Qasim is the person we are waiting for, then the time is near, inshallah.
Well, I do believe we are in the last days, because I really think that the Jews are, and the Christians, they're trying to push the second coming,
Yeah.
that according to the Christians, the second coming of Jesus,
Yes.
or the reappearance of the first appearance of the Messiah according to the
Yes.
Jews. They're
According
both
to-
pushing it. They're both trying to get the temple
Exactly.
mount
The mount
built on again.
built on, yeah.
So they are pushing for it, and what that Messiah will be a false Messiah.
Dajjal,
Will be
we call it,
the Dajjal or the imposter,
Imposter,
and
yeah.
he will create worse oppression than you've ever seen.
Yes.
So people will have to learn the Islamic protections against that imposter or the false Messiah, the false Christ, which Christians believe and Muslims believe in.
Yep.
But the Jews don't seem to know
they
much
will
about.
accept
They
it
believe
as-
that there's a Messiah still left to come, and they don't believe that Jesus was the Messiah. So this is the problem.
Exactly. That's
They
the
want a
problem.
leader who will lead them to great victory in the worldly sense.
Exactly.
That's what they're looking for.
It's like
And
Iblis,
that's what
said,
he will try to
exactly.
give them.
Yep.
But yeah.
It's like Iblis, he said that I'm made of smokeless fire. You're made out of clay to Adam. And he didn't bow down. He didn't
No.
prostrate.
Well, I believe that the
Same
Dajjal
thing.
will be like a shaitan in human form, and that he will have special abilities because he will be that. So, and that's why people would be
Yes.
amazed by him. That's why I think.
Okay, Alhamdulillah.
Yeah,
That's very good. It was very nice talking
Very
to you.
nice
Would you
talking
like
to
to
you
say anything to our audience?
Well,
it's going to go on TikTok and YouTube.
I am very happy to share anything to do with the message of Islam. I've worked for the World Assembly of Muslim Youth,
Yes,
which
we
is
can
a
see that,
Dawah organization. I've written many leaflets for them.
Yep.
My husband was director of WAMU UK for many years, and we've been very much involved in Dawah. So I will support any kind of Dawah initiative.
Okay.
And I think it's very good that people realize that there are true dreams and that there is guidance in this time of confusion and discord, and many people are suffering. So I think it's out of the mercy of God that He gives us some kind of guidance through dreams.
Yes, I totally agree.
Yes, but may
That's what
Allah
we
keep
always
us
say.
seeing clearly and guided properly. Yeah.
Yes, inshallah, and we hope and expect that inshallah you will play your role in future for the betterment of Ummah and Islam as well. If you look in the background, you can see like there are a couple of statues which we don't like, which goes against the overall message we are giving, because it is form of shirk, and this is the main message of Muhammad Qasim's dreams, that we should avoid shirk in its forms. So that is why we are here today, to talk to people about shirk and also about his dreams, because we want to get rid of shirk from all the parts of the world, including our houses and everywhere else.